Hello there, everyone. My name is Matt, and we're going to play some Rebel Inc. today. This is a continuation of my series in which I play through the Brutal Challenge. Every week, Ndemic Creations releases a normal challenge and a brutal challenge that have different tactics and features that make it a little more difficult, usually, than the base game. So I am going to analyze the tactics and features, play through it, and then hopefully win. Before I continue, elephant in the room, this is about 3 months since my last video, and I had a very difficult class I was taking and some other personal matters to address, but I am back and happy to continue to making videos for all of you lovely watchers. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, weekly challenge, here we go. We've got Berserk Claw. Let's take a look. So we start. This looks like Azure Dam is what it looks like, which Azure Dam is a pretty basic map once you aren't dealing with the actual dam part of it. And then we have the development director. I have a lot of mixed feelings about the development director. She is very good at micromanaging, but all of the coalition stuff makes things just a little bit more expensive, and she doesn't get as many soldiers available to her, which makes things a little bit more difficult than the late game. But she's not bad, so let's see what else she has to work with, and we'll go from there. Insurgents start with some territory, nothing too dramatic there. We get gather intels on zones faster, positive. More intel is always a good thing. And we have start with more stabilized zones. So I think we will have some territory in that case. I believe that's how this guy works. Whenever we start with territory, it can be a little bit of a double-edged sword. It really depends on where it is. If it is something that you, what the way the territory works is you are in control of it at the beginning of the game if you have territory that you control. But the people there don't actually like you. So if you ever lose it, it's a lot harder to get it back until late in the game. So depending on where it is, I will have to decide whether or not I'm going to try to preserve it or just let the insurgents take it and go from there. So let's see what the map has to offer us. Charity Watchdog, NGO charities cause significantly less corruption when funding initiatives. I will usually skip over the charity, so maybe I will go ahead and jump on that this time, especially since teacher striking, is here. Education initiatives become significantly more expensive. Education is one that I like to start with, so that is going to be a little frustrating to deal with. The tactics that I have, insurgent camps become garrisons when destroyed. That's very useful. That's really, really good, actually. That tells me is I'm going to need to get airstrikes early. That'll help spread out garrisons better. I start with higher reputation. Nothing wrong with that. And my soldiers are more powerful. That should counterbalance the development director's lack of soldiers to allow her to have more power in the late game. Let's see what the insurgent tactics have. Overwhelming force. Insurgents can kill national soldiers, requiring more to be trained. So this means I really... Oh, and actually, let's read all three of them. So insurgents can kill national soldiers. They increase in number when soldiers flee combat, and when defeated in combat, they flee to multiple zones. This one is such a pain to fight against, but I'm going to focus on the first two. What this says is I really need to pick and choose my battles. I can't commit, especially a national soldier, to a battle that they can't win, or that I'm not sure they'll be able to win, because if I do, and I fail, then they could either kill the national soldiers, or they will increase in number, and both of those are bad. Split and run just makes it a lot harder to contain the insurgents, which means I'm going to need to be a lot more careful with my garrisons and the positioning of my soldiers. So overall, some tricky things, but I think it's manageable. So let's go ahead and see what it has to offer. Alright, here we are in Cerulean Reservoir. Let's go ahead and see what we got. So, we have their territory is up here in these mountains. I'm not going to play with that too much. Maybe I'll try to, if there's probably a base that's going to appear up there, maybe I'll try to get up there to kill it, get an early base. These guys aren't too bad positioned either. This one is a remote zone, which isn't great. but you know, that there's not too much I can do. And then this one is one that I usually try to preserve if I can. Sometimes a base will pop up here, which I don't like, but there's not too much I can do about it. My only fear is with split and run. Usually this is like a good stopping point to prevent insurgents from going from here to here, but with split and run they could run past. So I think what I am actually gonna do is give myself a little bit of extra protection here. Usually I put my HQ here because it's so close to the big city, but we're going to try something a little different. Let's try going here, and then it will prevent insurgents from running this way, which is good. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get district representatives, get both roads, and then regional census. And then we'll let that tick down. Alright, and I think I'm going to go for anti-corruption 1. Alright, and what do people want? Do people want anything yet? People don't want anything yet, so give it time. But it's never a bad idea to get started on those things. Let's, how much is education, first of all? Education is 8. 8 is kind of pricey. Let's go ahead and roll out telecoms. Telecom is a valuable one because it scales, so having that out early is not a bad thing. I am going to let inflation go down for a little while, though. That is a little higher than I like. Alright. And I have enough, I think, to get my experts, so let's go ahead and have them start rolling some. Let's put them right in my HQ since that's the biggest city I have nearby. They're going to cause some dollar loss, but overall we will gain some because however much they take off of the they take $1 every time one of those rolls out. They take $1 off of the full cost of it for all regions. Now I can get unofficial procurement, which will cause them to increase corruption instead, but I don't have that high anti-corruption, so I'm going to wait on that one. Instead, does anyone want anything? No, still nothing there yet. Let's just go ahead and get Outreach Office. That'll help them roll things out a little. The reason I usually don't like to put my HQ here is because you have a wall here and a wall here that makes it difficult for, initiatives and soldiers to make it across. But let's go ahead, we're trying something a little different. That's what these weekly challenges are about, right? Alright, so let's go ahead. No one wants anything yet. Let's go ahead and start with the basics. We'll get water, we'll get health. Now I think I'm going to start saving for the soldiers, since that's why. They are a little bit more expensive. They're 12 for the development director. Okay, first one can be rolled out. And we'll see where... Great, that was quick. Alright, let's just start moving him right along. We'll move him away from the insurgents. And I could try to see if there's a base here or here. But that'll cost me some... That will cause some anger, so let's instead use this guy to start exploring this way to gather intel just a little bit faster. And we'll go ahead and give him that, which will increase his intel gathering skills. Oh, okay. And now he's got an assignment. I don't have any intel up there. So let's go ahead and slowly move up there. Taking out bases is his priority. And I am losing a decent amount of money for the experts. So I am going to switch over to... I'm going to go ahead and get effective procurement and then unofficial procurement. Those should mostly cancel each other out. Alright, he gathered that there. I am also going to get human terrain system, which will make him less likely to annoy locals. slowly moving up. We're getting attacks somewhere else. Yep, here. Just have him slowly move up. Keep going. Another one there. Alright, this is where I'm going to want to get... Well, first I'm going to go ahead and deploy National Soldiers. Because that will take a while. I want to get that moving. And what I think will be valuable to do... Well, let's just keep it going for right now. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead. Garrisons are going to be good to roll out early because they'll help contain the insurgents. That is a great place for the garrisons to be. So let's go ahead, and 6 is high, but I think it's worth it for that particular settlement, or for that particular zone. Oh, great. Oh, okay, awesome. And that'll, with the feature we have, that will add another one. I forgot to move the expert, so let's go ahead and move the expert. That will give us another garrison there, and that will allow us to clear out this area. That should be enough to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and let's get another one of these guys started. Again, the development director relies on those more than other governors do. Alright, that should take them out pretty easily. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm really nervous about them attacking this close to my HQ in my stable area, so I'm going to go ahead and get the next coalition soldier. And we do have some stuff to buy that people like. He's struggling a little bit, and I don't want to withdraw if I don't need to, so let's give him combat reinforcements, make him a little bit more powerful. There we go, that's good. And we're losing from insurgent, but also from corruption. Not too much from corruption. I have enough for the second set of that, so let's go ahead and pull him out. Alright, cool. And they're going to split off because they do their thing. That's fine. And we're going to put him right here. And what this does, the reason I put my HQ here, is because of the split and run thing, they can only, when they get killed here, they will either run back to this territory or they'll run here. If I can get another soldier or a garrison to be planted right here, I will effectively cut them off from going in this direction, which is exactly what I wanted. So fingers crossed that I can get that to work. This is a relatively important zone. Let's go ahead and, nope, they already took it. Don't want to do that. Let's leave him here as is, and that'll be fine. Let's go ahead. Corruption's a little high. Let's go ahead and get... what's corruption at right now? Corruption's at 43%. That's a little higher than I'd like. Let's get anti-corruption 3. And then I think it's time to get some PR and some... we've got water out already. I have enough for electricity. Let's get that going. Alright. Pretty good shape overall. How are you doing here? You're still chugging away, making things happen. We are close to having our national soldier that'll go right here. And there he is. Getting a surprise attack. So the base is somewhere in this region. Let's see if I can identify where that base is. And nope, it's not there. I don't think it's here, so it's gonna be here or here. That's a good place for a garrison. Let's go ahead and do that. That will actually make it easier to clear this, since it's now adjacent to 2. So let's go ahead and see if I can clear that out. It might be a mistake, but let's give it a shot. I've got combat reinforcements plus the coalition soldier as opposed to a national soldier, and 2 garrisons. Yeah, I think I got it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and start. Let's get anti-corruption 4. And then, we're doing okay stability-wise. Okay, good. And then he can come reinforce here. I want to get my next national soldier going. And now this should work exactly how I hoped it would. As they're attacking, they should just be pushed straight back. Excellent. Alright, so the base has got to be here. So let's go ahead and get my next national soldier going. And I already got electricity going, and then I think it's time for PR. Alright, you're here. This area is pretty solid right now. Alright, let's go ahead and I don't have quite enough for PR yet. I need one more, and then that'll boost the support level of a bunch of different zones. Let's go ahead. I don't want you going here. Let's get you in to fight this. Yeah, enough for PR. Let's do it. Okay, there it is. Yep. Alright, awesome. Let's zip him all the way over here to get that city going. Maybe I should have done that earlier. Alright, this is covered pretty well right now. I don't think I have enough to take this one yet, but I am getting to coalition soldier deployment over soon. What I think I'm gonna do, I could go for PR. I think I'll get... Let's get the last one going, and then I can worry about some other stuff. Oh, you're attacking here. Don't want that. Alright, let's go ahead and get my last soldier going, and then I can upgrade him a little bit. Okay, good. And the garrisons are helping kill insurgents as well. Let's go ahead and move him over here for right now. We're not quite where we need to be for the soldiers yet. Let's go ahead and send him home while he's not in battle. And what we're going to do is, the first thing is give them a little bit of extra speed. Oh, we got a, I don't know if you see it, there is a soldier right here. Ah, dang, not fast enough. Okay, let's kill the base first. And, that is a problem. That's really frustrating. Let's go ahead and see if I can chase him around with this guy. Yep. Didn't get there fast enough. That's alright. I can at least kill it. That'll give us a garrison there. This one is not something I want them to take, but it is what it is. What I will do is start on universal justice, and then I'll work on local police recruitment. Because what local police recruitment will do... What we got? Okay, nope. Next priority is to get Foreign Relations Office. Now I don't need to deal with this. Let's get him up here. And let's just keep chasing this guy around. If I can push him back towards one of the garrisons... Nope. Oh, no. Higher priority. Let him have it. Let him have it. If I can push him back towards one of the garrisons, then I might be able to kill him. Alright, let's go ahead. Whenever you get this, you want to try to do subtle pressure. If you can, it costs you nothing except for the initial buy-in, and will often, well, at least in the late game, it will lower what you have. Alright, let's see if we can do this. That might kill this guy, because the garrisons will help kill something. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright. That's enough. Let's hope that... Yep, good. It did kill one of the insurgents there. That's good. And what we are also going to do to help kill some insurgents... Let's see. We are actually going to do... How far away am I from this? I only need one more to do that. So we're actually going to do the big corruption purge, because we do have a lot of corruption right now. So let's go ahead and do this. And then, people want more water, let's give them some more water. Another garrison, alright, we'll go ahead and get that. That's great, actually, because that means this will forever be cut off as long as I have a soldier here. Let's go ahead and get... Yep, we're losing him, so bringing him down here to help corral the insurgents is good. Let's go ahead and build our garrison here. And we'll go ahead and threaten... How am I doing in reputation? I don't need reputation right now. Let's just delay. And I should be able to... If I do it... No, I'm not going to have enough to do it. Okay, but I'm getting attacked on multiple fronts. Alright, I have to deal with sending you home, unfortunately. And what we're going to do is let him have this zone. And let him have this zone for right now. And what we're going to start doing is... boosting my national soldiers to make them a little bit more powerful. And I'm going to move you over here to support that. Because the reason for that is I'd rather keep them contained over this way, even if I have to fight them off over here again. Yep, there we go. He's got it. Alright, the garrisons helped kill a couple of them. That's good. And we're getting no more bases, which is good. What I think I'm going to start doing... How am I at in corruption? Corruption, I'm only losing a quarter each month. Put 25% of reputation each month. Increased pay. So with this one, if you have coalition soldiers, it's better to do this, but we don't have any. So we're going to increase pay. You never want to threaten if you can avoid it, just because it's not a good thing to do. You don't want to threaten your soldiers, but also because it makes them more likely to side with the insurgents, and we do not want trained soldiers siding with the insurgents if we can avoid it. Alright, I'm going to let this tick up. As long as you have Foreign Relations Office, that number will increase, and I am going to go ahead and go to airstrikes. And the reason I'm going to do that is because we are at the point where I just need to start killing insurgents. We had a surprise attack there. Let's go ahead and get him up there. And at the same time, airstrikes don't cause any reputation, which is great. If I get lucky, that might actually kill the insurgent. No, he's got it. Oh, being attacked down here. Again, I want to drive them this way if possible. We're running out of this. Let's go ahead and do that. They cut support for the insurgents. Great. Let's see what else I have to work with. Corruption is still fairly high, and I'm reaching the end of the line for the experts actually being particularly useful. Does anyone want anything? Let's start there. Not really. No regional concerns to report. So let's go ahead and let's save up for the last national arms upgrade. Okay, go ahead and do it. There we go. Okay, good. Killed one of them. And the other thing I want to do, this is still too expensive. Why is that so much more expensive now? It was 7 before. Does the experts increase? Experts roll out at a cost. Huh, I could have sworn that the experts lowered the price of the ones they did. Maybe they raised them. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh well. Let's see, what do we got? And then what we're going to do is local police recruitment. This will help, once that rolls out, that'll start helping catch these random insurgents that roll off and split off. And at this point, I'm at the point where I need to start pushing. Let's go ahead and reclaim this one. And along with that, we're going to go ahead and get the dirt roads. That is low enough. Usually you want to try to cover it up if you can. If that's too high, usually more than 10% or so, you have a chance of losing reputation, so I try to avoid it. 13% is a risk, but I think we'll be okay. I don't like how slow it is to still move around here. Just because we have a lot going on. I think what I'm going to do... Now that is too high. I don't want to do that, so we're just going to apologize and move on. What I think I'm going to do is get Highway 2, and that will allow this to go a little bit faster. And now what I want, once that's done, let's move you back over here. We're going to... How are we doing on rep? We're still doing okay. Let's go ahead and delay. We're not in a position to threaten them well yet, and what I am going to do, that's the second time, that's going to be another airstrike one, right? That's low enough, I think I can do that. What I am going to do is get precision munitions, and that will prevent collateral damage. Okay, what do we got here? Alright, let's see if we can have someone sneak up there to take out the, to get the... So this is, they've kidnapped a journalist. If I can get in there and rescue it, then I can, that is good for everybody, including the journalists. They'll be happy. And then this one, we're going to tighten rules. That'll lower the risk of, civilian casualties. So let's go ahead and get this guy in here. You don't need to win the battle. You just need to get him in here long enough to be able to launch a rescue raid. but I am not powerful enough to do that. That is not significantly more, but it is slightly more, so let's at least give it a shot. We lost 8 reputation. We would have lost that anyway. Let's see what I can do, though, is increase the speed that happens, and if I get lucky, let's leave him there for a minute. I need to remember that that they can die in this game, the national soldiers, but doing that helps a lot. There we go. Let's see if that's enough to define the winner, to help the national soldiers break through. If it is, that's unfortunate. I thought I'd get there fast. That's why I wanted those highways. Alright, let's go ahead and get more airstrikes. Might be able to make it work. It's gonna be a question mark, certainly. Okay, still helping it out. This is gonna be a make or break battle right here. Almost there. Okay. There we go. Awesome. But I do need to get... We got him hiding in the cave, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and cover up. 13% is probably low enough. You're not doing very much. I don't believe I can turn off effective and unofficial procurements. I cannot. They are too used to getting things from people who they shouldn't be getting them from. I haven't seen insurgents here in a while, so I'm going to move down here and clear this out, and hopefully that will... nope, not yet. I see them. I don't know if you see it, but these guys are moving across. That could indicate that they're about to attack. I'll wait for that to get to 100. That's okay. That is a great place for a garrison. Let's go ahead and put it there, and that will allow me again to contain the insurgents. Let's go ahead and 98% is high enough. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. Now let's move him down here. It doesn't look like they're going to attack. 5% is enough. And once he's down here, I should be able to deal with that. You are attacking here. Did I get police? Police are established, so what'll happen, the way police work is if an insurgent takes out, it sits here long enough, they will take out the cops, and they'll remove that, that initiative. But what they will also do is, but it will also kill the insurgent. So what I'm going to do is let the cops deal with that, and we're going to go ahead and get cops level 2. And I'm going to keep rules unchanged. I'll get more munitions if I need to. 38% is usually where I like to settle those. All right, cool. Doing good. Let's see, where are we at? I think I will threaten now. I think that's getting a little bit of rep there isn't a bad thing. And what I think I will do is go ahead and get civil assistance that allows soldiers to roll out initiatives. Corruption is still giving me an issue. And what I don't want is for them to split off here, so let's go ahead and move there to keep them contained. And we're going to go ahead, roll that out, because my plan, there we go, this did exactly what I was hoping for. If you look, oh, experts are under attack. All right, we don't want to do that. I'm going to lose some rep. If they get killed, which they might, can I get there in time? Oh, no, I couldn't get there. Okay, that's really unfortunate. But, you know, I'm at the point where the experts were specifically useful, and I guess I didn't lose rep for that. So the experts have already kind of done what they need to do, so I'm not going to roll them out again, which I will get the option to do so in the near future. Let's go ahead and do that. The reason I am getting those, you're moving down there, of course you are. Alright, I'm going to let you chase them for a little while. Let's see if I can come here to contain it and push them back into the mountains, because the rest of this is going pretty good. And what I'm going to do now is do that. And do I have dirt roads yet? Yes, I do have dirt roads. But I do want, basically all of these are remote or rural. There we go. Good. Awesome. And what I want to do is, okay, there's a base somewhere in here. Deal with you in a little bit. What I want to do first is get this guy over here and push this way. Because this is fully contained, which means they will only be able to retreat over here, but they are attacking this way, which means they might be able to split off. Let's see if he can make it in time. They move from here to here, which indicates to me they might be attacking this. And if they attack this, they'll be able to come down here, which I don't want to do. We are going to... we don't need to decide right now. I don't think we'll need the experts again, but just having it pop up, I don't think has any negative consequences, so I'll at least leave the option open for us. I have some money to spend. Let's go ahead and get bigger bombs. Let's go ahead and get more pier. Okay, great. Fills in that little gap in my map here. They're attacking here. That's all right. I'm going to let them have it for right now. 14%, I think, again. Nope, I lost reputation. All right, that's what I get. So they're doing that. They're all launching off now. They're all moving that way, which means I can move him. And we'll move him down here. What I do want to do is increase security, because if they take this again, that is going to be a big rep loss. And he got there in time. Great. All right, that should be enough to fight him off. Great. Cool. That'll kill the base. We'll lose the garrison, but it kills the base. And we're going to go ahead and do this. And finally, with all that in place, we're going to go ahead and come here. And what I'm going to do now... Oh, that's the wrong one. That's okay. We can do both of these. What I was aiming for is this one here, remote subsidies, which is the only initiative, or one of the few initiatives that specifically targets remote zones, which is what I wanted it to do. We'll still keep our rules unchanged. At this point, I can't delay. I think this is a little low, so we'll go ahead and threaten, gain ourselves back a little rep. Alright, that's helpful, and that's going to be it for that part of it. And the good thing is, both of these have garrisons, and this guy is... usually what I like to do is leave the soldiers in this area to try to make sure that it is safe. Or that there's not going to be any insurgent camps pop up, but since we have a garrison here, and this is stable, this is the only one I need to worry about. So all three of these don't need to stay. Alright, that's a good place to get stable. So now we really only have the insurgents in one location. Let's go ahead and try to cut them off from the outside worlds. So what I want to do, let's move you here actually, what I want to do is basically push them up into these garrisons, because that will make it harder for them to survive. It'll make them harder for them to split off. Let's go ahead and delay a decision, and let's go ahead and do this, and I might grab that last code. Oops, there we go, okay. Not a moment too soon, okay. Those aren't really going to be useful until I make it work. I think I'm going to attack here. I think I have enough to get away with it. And I think I am going to grab my last coalition soldier to help with the final push. Let's see. What do we got? Increase zone support level, significantly increase zone support level. We have money to spare. Let's go ahead and give him increased money. New football league. Let's get him in FIFA. Let's do it. All right. Let's put you here to protect this area. Again, what I like to do with these guys on this map is try to push them into this corner if I can. It's hard to keep them nailed down, but I think we can do it. And this would actually be a very useful garrison if I can. It'll be bombed, but if I can hold it, I'm not going to be able to hold it. I'm not there yet. But that's okay. They have high enough capability. There's no chance of them refusing to talk. They have high enough capability that I might get another map here. So let's see. They're attacking here. Let's go ahead and bring that over. Let's get civil integration. Alright, great. That means this is no longer... Oh, cool. Empty cave there. This is no longer necessary. I can have him come up there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some democracy going. It seems like a good idea to me. Okay. We got some peace talks. Unless I need to, I want to do, definitely not that. I want to ban the insurgents. Whenever you select this, it antagonizes them, so I try to hold off for as long as possible until it doesn't matter anymore. So let's go ahead and keep it going. I think we can bring here. Oh, wow. Holy notifications. All right. I think we can prioritize elections. I think we're in good shape for that, and we can go ahead. Let's just reject them. We do not need experts at this point. Ban insurgents. All right, now I have a much cleaner deck. All right. Again, let it. Since I'm still actively fighting the insurgents, I don't want to do anything with them until it's necessary. Let's go ahead and get remote subsidies going. And I already got PR2, right? Yes, I did. So remote subsidies will roll out in the ones that need them. We're building police there. That's good. There we go. There's a potential garrison. Let's see if I can... Nope, not going to be able to hold it. They're going to destroy it. That's all right. Okay, well that was actually very helpful. Even if it gets destroyed, that's going to be super helpful. Let's go ahead and get remote outreach 2. That'll help me stabilize these zones a lot faster. I think we might be out. I think that might be the last of the garrison of the insurgents. Active fighters 1. No, it's in the cave. It's the one in the cave, which means now I just need to ramp up the peace talks as quickly as possible, and it'll end the game. Let's go ahead and do full elections. That'll get me some rep. All right, boom. Imprison all insurgent leaders. I think we got 2 more, maybe 1 more, and then it's game. Okay, yeah, 1 more. International forces remain indefinitely, and that should be it. Boom. Demanding concessions. Agree to peace deal. All done. There we go. Peace deal completed. We won. Wow. Cool. And that is all green. That is a fully green map. We have a victory. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, this one wasn't too bad. I had to make sure to balance corruption at the beginning, especially once I had experts going along with the experts going with unofficial procurement. That would ramp it up. So I tried to get the anti-corruption going fast, and I think that was helpful. I think the other thing that was good, putting my HQ over here was very valuable because it did help me to block this off. I can definitely foresee a scenario in which the insurgents attack here and then slip past and completely mess up this whole region. So I am glad that putting this here, I think, was a good call to prevent them from doing that, because instead of needing 3 items here, I only needed 2 additional ones to get 1 soldier and then a garrison or a soldier here. I really like the mechanic of the turning bases into garrisons. It's just a lot of fun, and because it gives you extra boosts where you need it most. And I still hit the split and run. It's such a pain. But yeah, we got the victory. Let's take a look at the region for kicks and giggles. Yeah, like corruption was high for a while. This was the first purge, and then it was mostly in control. It was steadily going up. The insurgents were, they really didn't take too much territory. I kept them pretty well contained. And then at the end, I ran into the thing where I just didn't know what else to do with my money, which is kind of how it goes. But, that's about it. If you liked this video, tell me how you did in the comments, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. And thanks for welcoming me back.